Peace, love, and light to all my soul seekers. Welcome to Gemini Moon Astrology and Media. I'm your boy, Gemini Moon, here to give you guys this spiritual transfer. Talking about the moon moving into Aries today, December 5th to December 7th. And this is going to be an energetic transition because the moon is coming out of where, you guys? Pisces. And first of all, before I mention that, let me just go ahead and explain. We talk about the moon on this channel. That's going to be one of the main sticklers. Every time the moon transitions to a new sign, I make it my priority to talk about this because, you know, we have been in a year of real soul growth and real soul transformation and just soul growth and evolving on the soul path. Cancer is ruled by the moon. Cancer is our north node, so that is a part of our dharma. You know, so there's something here over the last couple of days since the moon has been in Pisces where something has been very almost kind of like almost crossing thresholds of time, crossing timelines, crossing through mirrors, and just kind of really passing and traveling through time and almost transcending time, working to really transcend time, working to become more skillful about how we use our time and what time really means, and working to really escape the bounds of time. That is a skill that is being taught to all mystic warriors, all light bearers, all light workers. That is something that is being taught and something that is being instated within us. It's to hold more light and to ground this light within and outside, unconfined or unrestrained by time. This is Jupiter in Capricorn. This is the energy of Jupiter in Capricorn. This is the energy of wisdom, directing our energy so that we move outside of time and manifest the reality that we want. So, again, with the moon going into Pisces, now let's get into it. There is this shift in the tempo. There is this shift. You know, we're coming out of Pisces, which is all about surrender, going more with the flow, and really, really kind of being more open. You know, our spiritual nature has expanded. You know, Pisces is ruled by Jupiter, co-ruled by Neptune. So I think this is the first time that the moon has gone through Neptune since it's been direct. So yeah, there's definitely this new spiritual evolution, this conscious breakthrough, this I'm hearing it as this repurposing, this reawakening, this awakening to the truth. So once the moon goes into Aries, it really, really is going to help. We're going to want to really be active in whatever our spirit has expanded out to, whatever our spirit has manifested as a truth, as a treasure, because I feel this energy of this treasure hunt that we've been on now. It's like the moon goes into Aries, which is all about, you know, the impulse, the inspiration, the fire, the action, the motivation, you know, the need to pioneer, to change, to act more radical, to be within our own personal power, you know, to be within our own personal interest, okay? There's this change, there's this shift in energy to much more like defense or becoming more offended, you know, or wanting to attack, wanting to get things done, feeling confined, feeling very, very constrained by the system. You know, the moon is going to be making squares to Pluto, Saturn, and Venus, and Jupiter. So this is really, really all about personal evolution. This is all about personal breakthrough. It's really, really about also, you know, using tact, you know, during this time, really, really learning how to use tact and not just kind of go off. Because I feel like this is an energy where we start to really break through, where there's this feeling of breakthrough, there's this feeling of a new awareness around yourself, what you want to protect, what you stand for. There's a need to stand for something. There's this energetic shift into a higher vibration. And this could also make you feel more sensitive to everything else around you, sensitive to people, places, and things that don't serve you, that don't allow you to be yourself, that don't really allow space for you to grow. But I declare and decree to you guys that your gift is making room for you today. there are spiritual gifts that are coming into you, spiritual light codes that is coming in from the divine, from your angels, from your ancestors, and this is helping you to expand and become more free. So let's go ahead and pull some cards. Matter of fact, let me get an oracle card. You know, I really resonate with these oracle cards. These tarot cards can be such a, could be a lot sometimes, with the way I interpret it, at least. Let's go ahead and get an oracle card, and then I'll pull some tarot. So yeah, I do these moon videos to allow space for healing and for soul growth and for reflection. You know, the moon moving through each sign and, you know, going into its new moon phase and full moon phase is really for us to allow time for reflection and to really assess habits and what our soul truly needs to grow, you know. So, you know, we're coming to the very beginning of the zodiac sign. This is before the full moon in Gemini. So there's definitely been an expansion of the spirit. There's been this this cycle. You know, we've gone through a cycle, and now it's time to kind of really reawaken, to mature into something else, to something new, to something more than what we have been. And we are doing this in the mind first. This is happening within the mind and in the spirit first. So, wow. This is exactly what I feel. This shedding, this release, this death. So there's almost like this death. There's this shedding of old energy to be released into the new. We can release the new. We can release the new that's in our heart. There's a shedding of the old, a release, a death, a scorpionic death. And why so? Because Mars is in fucking Scorpio. So the moon is being really driven by Mars and Scorpio. We're being driven to really shed and to proclaim our truth, proclaim who and what we are, what we love, what we're about, even in the midst of adversity and opposition and where it's not accepted. You know, there's a need for self-acceptance. There's a need for radical demonstration of something. There's a need for more power, for more truth, for more connection, but in a real, raw way. So with the moon going through Aries, you know, let's talk about Aries, you guys. It is the first house. It's ruled by Mars, the god of war. It is that part of us that wants to defend, that wants to show love, to show what we love, to impress people, to get something, to have sex, to create, to really, really conquer, to, it's that drive. It's really, really about our true purpose. You know, this is really about living in true purpose. Our true purpose is to expand. You know, our true purpose is to expand. Our purpose is to expand. And, you know, our purpose is to produce from our passion, produce from a place of love. You know, Mars is love. It's war. It's action. It's passion. It's desire. You know, it's about justice as well. You know, it's about justice. I think Mars right now is in a place in the zodiac where it's having to learn about true justice and about what true power is. And, you know, because it's in a feminine side that it also rules. So it's learning more about its other side, the other side of right, the other side of righteousness. You know, Mars can be very, very bent on, you know, what is right. You know, Aries is very about, you know, this is right, this is what I feel, and this is what's right. They feel like, you know, there's this feeling of fighting for what's right. And now with Mars going through Scorpio, there's this purification of that. There is the process of really being pressed down, shaken together, and really, 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 really being purified, you know, within the fire of Scorpio, the fiery, watery Scorpio, that chaotic life, death, and resurrection process of Scorpio. You know, so there's been this process of surrender and surrendering to the present moment and allowing the spirit to guide and teach us and really, really take us to true freedom. Mars is in the second decan of Scorpio, ruled by Neptune. The moon is coming out of a Neptune ruled sign, coming into a Mars ruled sign. So there's been this kind of left brain, right brain, kind of masculine, feminine energy that's been working to spiral up and working to expand and to take over your whole auric field. Just give me 1 second. Destiny. I'm hearing the word destiny. Release. I'm hearing that this is our destiny. You know, it's our destiny to become who we are. You know, our destiny is not, I'm hearing our destiny is not to become who we are, it's to unlearn who we've been so we can become who we are. That's our destiny. Let me go ahead and read this release. I believe this is the death card. Yep, death. Keywords: discard, shed, end, transformation, freedom, empowerment. I'm telling you, this is Mars and Scorpio. Gaining more empowerment, gaining new wisdom, learning different life lessons. This is also about the physical body. The physical body being purged. For many of you, this is about working out. This is about really up-leveling your, some of you up-leveling your, I'm hearing up-leveling your fat intake, you know, up-leveling, you know, working to get big, working to expand, working to really, really move, get that going. I'm hearing get that dream job going. For many of you, you're getting in the mode. You know, I've been working out. I'm ruled by Mars, Aries in the first house. So I've been, you know, Mars going through my 8th house is really helping me to evolve and to really, really get more intense and get more active, you know, within my life, approach life, make a more impact. You know, I want to, you know, engage with my core, engage with my body, engage with the parts that haven't been engaged. So there's a sense of really wanting to engage people, placing things in a brand new, spectacular way. But in order to do that, you're going to have to shed some dead weight, release some expectations, release some hopes, and just be the light. Okay? An opportunity for renewal around affairs of the heart is available at this time, and it's quite possible that this renewal will happen through release. It's in letting go that you discover what remains, what is truly yours. Sometimes in relationships, you may feel the need to hold on tightly to those you love, whether or not this love is returned. This can lead to tension and unhappiness for all involved. Even in a good relationship, holding on too tightly doesn't allow the relationship to breathe, grow, and mature. This is about maturity. Are you restricting someone or trying to attract someone through your will? Discard any need for control and see how the relationship transforms. Watch how releasing the overwhelming need for a relationship allows the perfect one to appear. Shed any beliefs and behaviors that do not serve your highest good. Throughout life, we may receive many mixed and often incorrect messages about how a relationship should work. So this is about love. Let go of any preconceived notions or expectations about your relationships or your lack of them. By doing so, your current relationships can flow and flourish in a way that is best for everyone. By being yourself, you also attract to you the relationships that will serve you best. This is also a card of possible endings. Are there relationships that you cling to that you would be better off leaving? In letting go of a stagnant or difficult situation, you empower yourself, opening the way for new and rewarding relationships. I let go of expectations and open myself to relationships that flow and grow. The Death card. So this is about allowing endings to take place. You know, over the last couple of days, going through Pisces, the expansive, mysterious, life and death, metaphysical dream, subconscious, kind of horror movie, then Heaven Gates Open, Pisces, all that shit has been this period of really going through this ballroom of dancers and these lifetime, these mirrors, going through all these worlds, and then coming out, shedding everything that you're not. You know, it's almost like having been put through the ringer, having been even put through the fire. Because again, what you guys have to understand is this: there are many levels to this. The moon went through Pisces, right? Which is ruled by Neptune. Neptune is there. Neptune is direct. We have new clarity about our dreams, new clarity about what's happening within our inner world, and how we can direct our focus now. Okay. Moon is going into Aries, ruled by Mars. This can only be activated by understanding where Mars' placement is right now, the ruler of Aries. And then we understand how our moon is operating, what we're operating for. We're now pushing the envelope. We're pushing the limits of our self-discovery. We're pushing the limits on our self-identity. Working to really, really encompass and embody a more total identity that is much more alignment with universal principles and universal growth. This is requiring a shedding of the mask, taking off the costume, taking off what is too tightly woven. This is how new wine is able to enter new wineskin. You can't put new wine in old wineskin, and you can't have new wineskin with old wine in it. It doesn't mix well. It'll burst open. That's what we're doing, guys. New superpowers. Superpowers. Becoming Spider-Man. Yeah, these moon videos are like life. Life in a bottle. So don't take this for granted. Don't take this time for granted. I'm hearing don't take this time for granted. Really seize the day. And, you know, don't allow expectation to weigh you down. You know, don't feel like you're battling anything. This is really about choosing your path and choosing what you want to understand about things. Choosing the tough road. Choosing the high and mighty road. Choosing the higher path. Choosing the path of least resistance. This is about choosing the path of least resistance. Meaning, if you haven't manifested the business you want, start it. At least start it and act and operate it as if it's in the building you want. That you're making the money you want. That you have the clientele you want. That you have the backing that you want. Like me, I'm starting this YouTube channel and I have pretty much nothing but this iPhone. And my skills that I developed. That's all I'm going to be marketing once I get into the apartment that I want, the place that I want, and having the situation where I can truly be of service. Like I want to do more stuff. But for now, I have to choose the path of least resistance and do what I can do now. This is me choosing the path of least resistance. So today is all about choosing the path of least resistance. Because you can't resist it even if you tried. This is about maturity, soul growth, spiritual maturity. Walking away from the situations that don't serve you anymore and just allowing life to guide you and teach you from there. The angels are there with you. The divine is there with you anyway. Because what? Sky Father. Trust in the unknown. This is Jupiter. This is Zeus. This is Father Sky. This is Jupiter. This is Zeus. This is the ego. This is one of the symbols of Scorpio. I'm going to go ahead and read that description because it's worth reading. I've read it before. I pulled it for the Sagittarius reading for the month of December. So some of you may want to go look at Sagittarius's reading for more guidance. This is a card of guidance. We're being guided right now, especially by Jupiter. Mars is being guided by Jupiter, allowing us to take right action at the right time. This is the time of right action, being within your Buddha mind, the Buddhic mind. Father Sky, trust in the unknown. Trust your path is unfolding exactly as it needs to. You have a personal relationship with the Great Father. Know that He is lovingly leading you forward. Father Sky is the name of the Native Americans and many other indigenous tribes have given to guide. So this card represents the universal powers that are masculine in essence. Mars, masculine. The energies that people have called out to and looked up to in times of need and gratitude. Father Sky personifies your relationship with the masculine energies of the divine and possibly a very powerful male or father figure too. You are a co-creator of your life, and every thought, feeling, intention, and emotion you have is creating the road ahead. With that being said, you don't need to know every single detail of what is going to unfold before you. When this card appears, you are being guided to step back and get out of your own way, because there is a greater power that is not only around you but within you, and Father Sky is creating the best experience imaginable for you. Accepting this will allow miraculous energy to come into your life. So see things from a higher perspective, like the eagle on this card. This card can also appear when there are opportunities to improve the father connection in your life. If your father figure is in heaven, know that his spirit is drawing close. If he is on earth, there's an opportunity